At least 8 people are dead after Hurricane Grace swept across the east coast of Mexico. Several of the victims were children from a single family. The storm caused mudslides and flooding that swept away homes and businesses. Hundreds of thousands of people lost electricity before the hurricane moved inland and weakened.
A powerful storm tore through the Mexican state of Veracruz. Hurricane Grace left destruction, death and grief. Adan Moreno lost almost everything when a hillside collapsed. The mudslide buried his home, killing most of his family. As they were taking them out, they took out my wife and my other children. They pulled out my 4-year-old, and then an 8-year-old, a 2-year-old girl, and our newborn, who was just 15 days old. This is the only one out of his 6 children who survived. Torrential rains swelled rivers, flooding the surrounding countryside. And powerful winds of over 200 kilometers per hour downed trees and electricity cables. Local people were able to make it to safety and bedded down at one of the 200 shelters set up in Veracruz. But for some residents, the authorities are not doing enough. We don't have anyone to help us, to help a lot of people here who are sick with COVID-19. There are so many people who need help. Now that Grace has weakened, the residents here are beginning to pick up the pieces to rebuild their homes and their lives.
Well, New York City has declared a state of emergency as it braces for the arrival of Hurricane Henri. The storm is projected to hit Long Island and southern New England. Evacuations are already underway, and authorities are calling on the millions of people in the storm's path to take precautions.
Getting ready for Hurricane Henri. Before heading for high land or hunkering down indoors, people living in Henri's predicted path stock up on essentials.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just keeping my fingers crossed, hoping for the best. Been through it before. It could go either way, you know.
Forecasters warn the hurricane is on course to hit the East Coast late on Sunday. And with it could come flash flooding, surging seawaters, and violent winds packing a punch of 120 kilometers per hour.
Oh, my gosh. We've been living here forever. We've been through all of them, you know, so, yeah, you know, it is what it is.
Not our first storm, right? Not our first rodeo.
But New York's governor urges not to underestimate Henri.
We are in the proverbial calm before the storm, and it is misleading as to how serious this situation could be. Tropical Storm Henri is moving up to hit New York State and then proceed north, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, etc. But when it hits New York, we're expecting a Category 1 hurricane.
In response, Cuomo has put parts of New York under a state of emergency. Just north, in the New England area, states are also bracing for Henri. Hurricane and surge warnings have been in effect since Saturday, and shelters are ready to help those in need. It's been 30 years since a hurricane struck New England. Hurricane Bob killed at least 17 people. Residents want to be better prepared for Henri if it comes their way.